So I opened the sports bra because I grew up loving sports, and as I got older, it just felt like there weren't spaces for me and my friends or folks who are like me that made us feel like we belonged, and that where women's sports was at the forefront or even equal to men's sports.
That's Jenny Wynn, the owner of a sports bra, specifically this sports bra, a sports bar, right in the heart of Portland, Oregon. As the athletic support garment name and logo might suggest, it's a sports bar that only shows women's sports that opened about 2 years ago. And as our owner here observes, it's a pretty Portland-centric place, though not necessarily Portlandia-centric, like the city's offbeat vacuum museum, vegan strip club with a $10 tofu pad thai, and an actual nuclear reactor that some college students get to play with.
The reason why the bra works here in Portland is because I'm from Portland. Without even knowing it, I'd opened a space that was very tied into the community. And authenticity for the sports bra is like the key. So the only way to open more of these is to find those people in those communities that are tied in and who know that city or town or area.
One way to open more of these places, a franchise model, through which entrepreneurs can apply to use the sports bra brand to bring forth something of a possible national expansion. Now, as athletic camaraderie and many of these stock graphics suggest, teamwork makes the dream work, and the bar's expansion plans are being given a bit of an assist thanks to financial support from the 776 Foundation, which claims to fund builders and organizations whose work will support marginalized people. The 776 Foundation was founded by Alexis Ohanian, the husband of tennis great Serena Williams and one of the co-founders of Reddit, the social network that, at the very least, makes it possible to round up some of the best public freakouts money can buy.
You owe me $681. I'm goddamn mad.
Now, the concept of a women's sports-focused sports bar isn't new. Not too long ago on your news refresh, please subscribe, we told you about this year's grand opening of a bar of their own, the first women's sports-themed sports bar in Minneapolis. One of the reasons that place came about was because the founder tried to go watch a national women's softball tournament at a local sports bar where they had to ask the bartender to change one of the 20-something TV screens, playing everything from football reruns to a cornhole tournament. The sports bra's owners recounted similar annoyances to the Associated Press, from macho sports bar environments that made her feel uncomfortable, to bartenders who refused to change the channel to a women's game. Now, of course, no offense to the proud male athletes of the American Cornhole League, whose matches are streamed on CBS Sports, ESPN2, and its own 24/7 streaming service, but according to this 2018 research from Nielsen, 84% of general sports fans are interested in women's sports. And back in November, Deloitte found that revenue from women's professional sports is on track to pass $1 billion this year. In short, the public's interest in women's sports is at something of an all-time high right now, thanks in part, at the very least, to the likes of the University of Iowa's Caitlin Clark, whose college basketball championship game against South Carolina in early April drew out an average of 19 million viewers, which surpassed the audience for the men's NCAA title match for the first time ever.
You know, I think women's sports is having a moment.
That's a woman who wants to open up a sports bra franchise in Cincinnati.
Institutions like the sports bra are only helping to really fuel that growth and that opportunity for women and men and boys and girls to really celebrate women's sports and the champions and the athletes behind the story. So it's exciting to be here.
The sports bra's owner claims they've received hundreds of franchising inquiries, and they're open to working with people who already have a physical space or just a business plan. With one of the most important deciding factors in choosing a potential partner, as perhaps it goes for choosing any partner in life, is finding one that shares the same kinds of values.
So to pick the best applicant and then open wherever they are. Granted, we'll take location into consideration, but I'm hard pressed to think of a city or town that can't use the sports bra, so.
We're hard pressed to think of someone that can't use a subscription to @The News Refresh. So like this video and give us a hot subscribe for more weird and interesting news stories in your feed each and every day. She shoots, she scores. Alley-oop.